I am back, and I have the privilege of visiting with Paige Jones. She was the 2020 Resist All Rookie of the Year, heck of a rodeo cowgirl, and also blessing us with her presence here at Pink Buckle this week. So, Paige, we're happy to have you here. What are you looking forward to most about this week?
Probably running Cotton. I'm always excited to run him, and especially whenever there's big money up for grabs.
Absolutely. You and him have an incredible history. For those that don't know your story, can you give us kind of a summary? You have, it's been a lot to get you to this point, both highs and lows.
Yeah, I bought him as a yearling for $6,500 at the Heritage Place sale, and I mean, obviously I was a little kid. I was probably like 14 or 15 when I started him, and pretty much my training was I would just get on him and run him through the barrel pattern about 10 times, and then just get off him and turn him out for another week, and then get back on him. And yeah, my training was not very fundamental. Correct, but yeah, that was pretty much it. And I went to like 3 or 4 fraternities his 4-year-old year, and he amazed me at all of them. And then he's been great out on the road for me ever since.
And she's being very modest, but you guys won the BFA fraternity, is that right? Do I have my facts correct?
Yes, back in 2018. Okay. So, yeah, my first run was not very good there, and I went back in the second round, and I fixed my first barrel and went into the short go. And my sister is not a very good pre-game coach, because she walked out there, she was like, "Do you know how much it pays to win?" And I mean, little 16-year-old me, I'm like, "Yes, Siri, I understand." And so I went in there, and I was the first of the top 5 in the first round, so I still had to wait out 4 girls left, and so I was very nervous by the end of it.
So for those who don't know Cotton, haven't been around him, describe his personality a little bit.
He's very goofy. He's always into stuff, and like, he's really hard to warm up because he loves his job so much. All he wants to do is run, and his favorite treats are Pop-Tarts. So there's always Pop-Tarts in this trailer.
That's pretty fun. How'd you figure out that he likes Pop-Tarts?
So I always leave my living quarters door open when I have pins built, and I was just happened to sitting like on the step eating Pop-Tarts one day, and they came up, and I kind of just fed it to them, and they loved them. Like, I give them 1 Pop-Tart apiece, and just, he doesn't call me the typical barrel racer, because he's like, most of everybody's really specific about what they give their barrel horses, and you're over here feeding them Pop-Tarts.
It's part of a well-rounded nutrition plan. Now, you mentioned earlier that your sister Siri, that's Siri Ward, she is a fraternity trainer. She's probably around here too this week. But, you know, who do you go to for help? Do you bounce a lot of things off of her? Or who are your resources when you're trying to figure something out with a colt or with one of your rodeo horses?
Yeah, growing up, Siri was always the person I looked up to and always asked questions, because we've always lived together up until kind of the last year. And then I bought Bazinga, my little babe, when he was 5. He's 10 now, and I bought him from Janae Massey. So she's another one I go to. And this year I've kind of been annoying Jane Melby a lot with questions also. So all of them kind of help me out.
That's awesome. You got to have a good counsel of wisdom, especially when you're out navigating a lot of different pens and ground and things like that. My final question for you, and this is just meant to be kind of a fun one. What is something that is interesting or surprising about you that most people don't know?
Probably I'm kind of like dangerous stuff. Like, I have a sports car, and I'm sure my parents really hate all the speeding tickets I get, and I love roller coasters. Pretty much anything that gives me adrenaline, I'm down for.
Barrel racing is a good fit. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we hope that you get to go very fast this week. Thank you for coming, and thank you for taking the time to visit.
Thank you.